I wanna be a modern Jedi, master my mind for a change. Don't you wanna be a Jedi? Step right out of those chains. Step right out of those chains. Hey, this is Mark Shepard, Modern Jedi Guy, with another Modern Jedi NLP mind mastery technique so that you can master your mind for a change and defeat the dark side in your personal and professional life. Today's technique is all about how to stop a food craving or a craving for a beverage. And I don't know for you whether it's ice cream or chocolate or cake or cookies or donuts or diet soda or could be even wine or beer. If there's a food that you have no control over, would you be interested in a technique that would give you control over it? If there was a technique that you could use very quickly, very rapidly, that would enable you to stop a craving for a food so you could still enjoy it from time to time, would that be something you'd be interested in learning? I think so. So check it out. Here comes the little slideshow, and I'll take you through it step by step. There are 4 pieces to this. And you will have the full technique and you can use it in your life immediately. So here we go. Now, we process our experience of the world through many, many different filters. We process our world through our 5 senses: sight, sound, feelings, taste, touch. Well, touch is feelings, and smell. So we have our 5 senses. We process the world through language. The words we use affect our internal experience. The words we hear affect our internal experience. We process our world through memories, beliefs, decisions we've made as a child, childhood vows, values, and values are what's important to us, attitudes, and something called metaprograms, which are a little more advanced, and I can't really explain them today, but they're powerful content-free filters that we use, again, to process our experience. So today we're going to focus particularly on the 5 senses, and we have pictures, which in NLP we call visuals. We have sounds, which we call auditory, touch or feelings, which we call kinesthetic, because we have to have big words for stuff because it makes it impressive. We have tastes, which is gustatory, and smells, which is olfactory, and self-talk, which we identify as auditory digital. You don't need to know that today. Today we're just going to play with visual, and here's kind of what happens. The little yellow arrow here, something happens outside of ourselves. We call that an external input. If we're going to talk computer programming here, which we're kind of like living, breathing computers, it seems like. And so we have an external input, and it comes into our world, and the main 3 are the visual, the auditory, and the kinesthetic, V, A, or K. And the external input comes in, and we process it internally. We decide what it means. We relate to it based on different experiences we've had in the past, so that kind of goes through a little internal process, and the process comes out and results in a specific behavior. All right. Now, submodalities, it's a big long word, basically meaning it's the distinct details of your internal pictures, sounds, and feelings. So they're kind of like the fine-tuning knobs of your visual, auditory, and kinesthetic channels of perception. And we also have that in olfactory and gustatory. Just think about tasting wine. I was up in the Napa Wine Valley area, the Napa Valley wine area of California yesterday, and there they talk about, I went to a little wine tasting, and they talk about the bouquet. They talk about this wine having, hints of raspberry, chocolate, overtones of, citrus, and those are the submodalities of taste and smell. So today we're not going to be tasting wine. We're going to be playing with the submodalities of a visual experience. So we have distance. If you have a picture inside yourself on your internal screen, if you think of something, I don't know, think of the food that you're trying to like less, just notice where in your internal world that food is. How close is it? Where's the location? Is it in the center, right, up, down, left, behind you? Is it near? Is it far?
So that's distance and location. How big is it? Is it life size, smaller than life size, or larger than life size? Is it a movie or a still? Is it in black and white or color? Is it in focus or is it defocus? Those are just some of the little tuning knobs that we have on a picture. So in other words, if you change the way you represent something to yourself, you can change your feelings about it, you can change your experience of it, and ultimately you can change your behavior. And again, this is a change that does not come with the need to effort, without willpower, without forcing yourself to do something. All right? So you can change what foods you like or dislike by adjusting the knobs of your internal world.